Okay. Hello, everyone. I guess I'm live here. I set up this stream a while ago. I didn't turn it on. I was a little bit busy. I have an upcoming debate with someone. I guess named Johnny. He wants to debate Monday. I'm not sure. I got to check my Gmail. But that will be on modern day debate if they have a slot for it. But that should be upcoming debate. Um, the title of this is what? Skeptics don't have anything. Just the last couple of debates I've seen on modern day debate, it's like the skeptics, they can't tell you anything. They don't have nothing to tell you. They keep trying to use science to prove a natural cause. And there is no natural cause for nature or natural things or physical things. It's just, they're totally at a loss. They don't know where basically they don't know where their head is, basically. I mean, they're just lost. Of course, atheism can't doesn't have a position on anything except trying to say what isn't. It can't tell you what it is, and it fails to prove that there isn't something because there are things. Everything requires power. Nothing can exist without power, and no power can exist on its own. Power cannot make itself. It can't order itself. Every power comes from a greater power. Every physical thing comes from a greater power that ordered it or forced it to be what it is, because every physical thing is bound up forces. So the everything we stand on, sit on, walk on is on bound up forces, of course, that have a weak force, gravity. When accumulated, is a strong force. As far as we're concerned, a strong force because of the mass of the earth. So it's all the accumulated matter of the mass of the earth that makes it strong for us as small things. And of course, if we're a big thing, it would still be a strong force. It would be an attraction, even so. But, well, they just don't have anything to say. No science. They keep trying to use biology and saying, trying to prove a natural cause for biology, trying to prove that you can get vast amounts of written instruction that's not there when they can hardly get a single beneficial mutation that's not harmful. And for vast amount of instruction that's not there, you have to have more than just a single beneficial mutation. You have to have complementary beneficial mutations, which are just out of the question. A single one is almost impossible. Two complementary beneficiary mutations are almost unheard of. And of course, they have to be complementary to the rest of the genome. And it has to just keep on, not one beneficial mutation, not two, but three and four and five. It's just totally absurd. They're appealing to infinite possibilities, infinite potential, and limited time and distance. Hello, everyone. Honesty Angel, Larissa Fine. How are you doing? I'm sorry I haven't been on lately. I mean, not that it's a big deal, but I was a little busy. But hey, I got a signal here. I got a live stream here. I'm out in the woods, hiding out from the coronavirus. Whoops, what happened here? Oh, I still got time. Okay. And yeah, I just hope everybody takes care. And they say that washing their hands is the best thing you can do. Many many times a day and thoroughly. You have to wash your hands thoroughly many times. And they said that that's the best thing you can do. It's even better than wearing a mask, apparently, unless there's somebody sneezing all over the place, and then you need goggles and a mask. But yeah, it seems like our medical system got blindsided by it. They didn't know what to expect, weren't informed, weren't paying attention. And now they're scrambling, of course, and pretty soon people will be scrambling to the stores if they're not already, buying up masks and goggles and gloves and everything. But I was trying to get away 3 weeks ago, so they really weren't paying attention. If I knew I had to take cover 3 weeks ago, and I actually left 2 weeks ago, you know, then they should have known better. Because what alarmed me was the building of the hospitals in China and the burning of bodies. That alarmed me. I just, got all paranoid and everything. But apparently, if you're in good health, you can survive it. But the problem is that a lot of people are going to be clogging the medical system, and the medical system is not going to be able to handle it. And then there's going to be, quarantines, shutdowns, and all kinds of crazy stuff. And China is just trying to push through it. Apparently, they just want trying to get through it. Regardless of how many people die, they're just pushing through, and they're trying to get their economy back on track. But you know, a lot of people hit hard. Iran is hit hard. It's still being hit hard. Italy is hit hard. All over, and it's getting worse. There's confirmed cases in the United States that they don't know where it came from. So that means it's already spreading in the general population in the United States and Britain and Germany, all kinds of places. But hopefully things will settle down after they get a little bit crazy here in a few weeks or a couple weeks or 1 week, however long it takes. But anyway, we we can hope in God and trust in God and know that He has a purpose for everything. Know that He can get us through it, and even for the people that don't make it, if they're believers, that they can be resurrected, and because our faith is in the power of the resurrection, and uh, what is it? Verse say, apart from the bodies, present with the Lord, something like that. Absent from the bodies, present with the Lord. So as soon as you're not in limited time and distance, you're in eternity. And the point, as Christians and believers and whoever you are, is not to be a shame and a disgrace forever. Like it says in Daniel, the Bible doesn't harp too much about it, but it does have something to say about eternal hell and eternal disgrace, eternal shame and disgrace. And of course, Jesus is the only one who is able to describe what hell is like. See, vitamins. I've heard that turmeric, curcumin is good. I've heard that Um, Vitamin E is good. Um, and of course, things like resveratrol is good. It rebuilds the DNA and things like that. It makes you feel real good. Even if you're ill or not doing so well, resveratrol is really good. Makes you feel better and stuff. So there are some things maybe other people know of other things too that could help. But basically, if your immune system is good, if you're healthy and you sleep well, you should be able to pull through without getting infected. Because if the infection really gets started, then it causes all kinds of damage. It's very, very bad. There's damage even to the nerves and the muscles and all kinds of stuff. Not just the respiratory tract or the digestion tract. It really tears people up. And apparently they're aware of what's happening too the whole time. So yeah, it's pretty bad. So we have to pray for people too. Try to help people as best we can. But the atheists, really are kind of at a loss for words. This guy I'm going to be debating on maybe Monday. His name's Johnny, and it's going to be on whether or not the DNA has anything to do with Noah or proves Noah or something like that. I forget. And I've been through that plenty of times. And we know that DNA does confirm the biblical accounts of the descendants of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. So I'm out here. I have to set up I do have a computer here, so maybe I can uh, pull up some things to talk about. I just have to see how that's going to work, see if I can make that work. So I guess I'm set up for the debate, and maybe I should study a little bit more. But Johnny said he wants to settle it, settle the score, or settle the issue. But I don't know, Matt. Not yeah, raw Matt, but also standing for truth has done a lot in the way of talking about the mtDNA and the Y chromosome too. So they really don't have anything to tell us about it, because basically we're the ones bringing it up. We're the ones talking about it because it does verify our genealogies and our ancestries. Everybody's genealogy and ancestry goes back to the cradle of civilization, back to Greece, back to Rome, which goes back to Greece, and the Middle East, the Jewish people, Arabic people, and of course the Japhethites who went north, which is basically Europeans and Asians, but in Asia they're a little bit mixed with some Hamites and Japhethites, and but they're mixed in Europe. They're mixed with Semites. And Europe has a larger Semitic influence, I think. So that's what changes Europe, the appearance of Europeans, which are Europeans are Japhethites too. Basically, there's a lot of R's. R's and Q's are the same thing. The Y chromosome. So I'm going to be debating on modern day debate, probably, if we can get it set up. But he wants to do it on modern day debate, so I have to check my Gmail, see if that's going to happen. But I guess that's about it. I just wanted to see if this was working, and get connected, make sure everything's good here, so I can have a debate maybe. So I hope everybody takes care, and I'll see everybody in a little while.